If I walk up to you and simply say, "The baby cries," you understand exactly what happened. I've given you a basic fact. But as a listener, you're missing almost all the important details of the scene. The adverb loudly slots in, answering how the baby cries. Identifying them is simple. On the left, we add ly to words like quick. On the right are rule breakers. Words like very and never perform the exact same job without the ly. Whether they follow the spelling rule or not, think of adverbs as the detail dials of our language. To use them properly, we just need to group them by the specific jobs they do. Let's look at this table. It divides our first major category of tools into 3 simple columns: manner, place, and time. These are the adverbs we use specifically to give context to our action words. First, we have adverbs of manner. These explain the specific way an action is performed. For example, she completed the exam quickly. Here, the word quickly is our adverb of manner because it describes how she finished her work. Next are adverbs of place. These show us exactly where something is happening. If you say, "The children are playing outside," the word outside functions as your adverb of place. Finally, we have adverbs of time, which indicate precisely when an action occurs. For example, in the sentence, "We will leave soon," the word soon tells us the timing of the departure. Without these categories, an action like playing or leaving stays completely vague. Adding them helps your listener understand the specific circumstances of the story. Now we can look at a second category. These are the adverbs we use to adjust the scale and the rhythm of our speech. Adverbs of degree dictate the intensity of a description. They tell us how much or to what extent something is happening. Take the sentence, "The movie was extremely interesting." The word extremely is our adverb of degree. It tells us the movie wasn't just a little interesting, it was at the high end of the scale. Then we have adverbs of frequency. Think of these as the tempo markers of language. They tell us how often an event occurs. Let's try a quick exercise to see how we can change the tempo of a very basic statement. Here is our base statement. He arrives early. Above it, a list gives us options: always, sometimes, rarely, never. When we select the word sometimes, it slots right into the middle. The message shifts from a fixed schedule to an occasional one. These adverbs act as fine-tuning dials, giving control over the strength and repetition of your claims. This brings us to our final grouping, adverbs acting as the structural glue of a sentence. On the left, we have interrogative adverbs, which we use to ask questions about things like time or reason, like the word why. On the right, we have relative adverbs. These act like bridges. In the sentence, "This is the cafe where we first met," the word where links the cafe to the story of how we met. Finally, conjunctive adverbs link entirely separate ideas. Check out these 2 thoughts. He was very tired, and he continued working. Dropping the word however between them connects those opposing thoughts, turning them into one clear, logical point. Using these connector tools is what allows you to build more complex and mature sentences. Now we can see the complete system. This chart shows all 8 types of adverbs grouped by their specific jobs, from describing actions to connecting your ideas. Without these words, our daily conversations would feel very blunt and choppy. It would be difficult to explain exactly how or when things happen. But look at how those few adverbs turn a series of short, basic messages into a story that's much easier to follow. Mastering adverbs gives you the tools to add color and rhythm to your speech, ensuring your listeners understand exactly what you mean.